Welcome back. We are working in Module 1, and in this module we are getting an introduction to Excel. We're all the way down to Section 4 now, where I want to give you an overview of the Excel window. It's going to be very helpful for you, especially when you get started, if you know where to look for things and some different terminology that we're going to use in a lot of these videos. Let's go ahead and flip over to Excel, and I will show you how to get started. Let's go ahead and start at the top left of your screen and we'll work our way down. The first thing I want to point out is this whole line right here, which is what we call the Quick Access Toolbar. We're kind of getting away from the term toolbar, but you'll notice that we have one left here in Microsoft Excel, and it has a few of the common options that you're going to use on a regular basis. Get really familiar with the very first one, that left arrow. That is your undo. If you make a mistake, you're going to be able to undo that mistake. You have an arrow to the right of it, which if you click on it will give you a drop-down list of all the things you've done. If you wanted to click at any point on that list, you could undo everything from that point up at the same time. There's also a redo. That's the arrow that points to the right. Redo allows you to bring back one at a time those things that you have undone. A couple of other ones just to be aware of. This one is your Save button. If you happen to be working in this file and you just want to hit the Save button, you can do that at any point. Also, there's a quick print option right there, which will allow you to just print your file. You'll notice there's a down arrow to the right, and this lets you customize your Quick Access Toolbar because you may have some buttons here that I don't have and vice versa. You can see that if you click on one, it adds it here, or if you uncheck it, then it takes it away. One that I want you to add is the email button. If you happen to use Outlook for your email, you will love this little feature because what it allows you to do is go ahead and create a message right from here and attach this file. And we'll talk more about that in a later module. The next thing I want to point out is the fact that this whole bar all the way across is what we call your title bar. You'll notice that currently it says Book 1 and it lets me know I'm working in Excel. Book 1 is the name of a blank workbook. When you're working in Excel and you first turn it on or you click New, you're working in what we call a blank workbook. Sometimes people call Excel files worksheets. They're not worksheets, they're workbooks with sheets inside of them. You're going to see at the bottom of your screen a sheet 1, that's the actual worksheet. And by clicking the plus sign, I can add as many worksheets as I would like at the bottom, but the file itself is called a workbook. Once you decide to save this file, you will give it your own name and it'll be reflected right here in the title bar. Now over on the right, you do have your minimize, restore, and close that will let you make the window smaller, or if you wanted to close it, you'd be able to do that as well. The next thing I want to point out across the top are your tabs. You can see that you're currently on the Home tab because it looks white, but notice you can click any of these tabs to go ahead and see what's called the ribbon below it. When I click on Home, for example, this whole line across is called the ribbon. And on each ribbon you will find groups of buttons. This is called the clipboard grouping. Each group name is right here at the bottom. Most groups, not all, have a little arrow on the bottom right. You'll notice that each group has different options. You just click the buttons to get to the options, but what if there's an option here that falls under that group name and you don't see it here? That's when you click the arrow to get to those additional choices. You'll find that once you're in what we call a dialog box, you can go ahead and close it with the X at the top. If you click the File tab, that'll take you into what we call the Backstage view. We're going to look at this over in Section 6, but I just wanted to show you that if you happen to click there, hit the left arrow and that'll take you back. Underneath your ribbon, you're going to see what we call the Work area. This is where you're going to actually type your text or your numbers or your formulas. You're going to see that your work area is divided into columns which go up and down. Your columns are labeled with a letter at the top. You have 16,384 columns available to use. That's quite a few columns, so you're not going to run out of space there. Now your rows that go across, notice they're labeled with a number over on the left like this. You've got 1,048,576 rows. You are really not going to run out of room, I promise. And that's all on this first sheet, sheet 1. If you add multiple sheets with this plus sign like I mentioned, each sheet will have the 16,384 columns, the 1,048,576 rows. The way each sheet is set up, you'll notice that the intersection of a column and a row is what we call a cell. And when you click there, that cell will have a green line around it. We call that your active cell. That's how you know which one you're going to be typing in. You'll notice that each cell here has a name. We refer to that name as a cell address. A cell's address will be the column you're clicked in and the row you're clicked in. For example, this one here would be C3, and you'll need to reference that when you start writing formulas, so get really familiar with that. You'll notice on the bottom right hand corner of your active cell is a little box. We call that your fill handle. Your fill handle will do a couple of different things. It's going to let you copy whatever's in that cell, and it's also going to give you a list of some predefined items, and we'll go over some of these in a later section as well. Like I mentioned, each cell has a name. That name will be reflected right here in the name box. You can see when I click over here, this is D2, and it says D2 in this name box. And this name box does more than just tell you the name of the cell you're clicked in. You're going to see later that you can actually select groups of cells, which are called ranges, and give them names. The X will allow you to cancel your entry. The check mark will allow you to accept your entry, and then we're going to talk about functions later on in a later module, and that's where you're going to go when you want to start writing some of your formulas. Whatever's in your cell you're clicked on shows up in the formula bar up here. Your cells can hold three things. They can hold text, numbers, or formulas, and a formula is a mathematical calculation you write to get an answer. You're going to notice on the right hand side of your screen that you have a scroll bar so that if you need to scroll up and down you can. And you also have one at the very bottom of your screen in case you need to scroll left to right for some reason. You also have three buttons at the very bottom that are your views. And your views are just different ways to look at your file. You want to stay in your normal view most of the time, but you're also going to be using page layout from time to time. And you're also going to use what we call the page break preview from time to time. I'm going back to normal, and the last thing I want to point out is your zoom at the very bottom right. You can zoom in to make this a little bit larger, or zoom back out to make it a little bit smaller. And that's just a view, that's all that is. Well, that's a quick overview of how the screen itself works. What I'd like to do now is take a few moments over in section 5 and talk to you a little bit about how the mouse works, because you're going to find that whatever the mouse looks like, it will do different things. Let's go ahead and move over to section 5.